The first step is to bring our awareness to the here and now. To help the dispersed mind, the busy mind, the crazy mind, to come to the here and now by joining the physical body, by attending the physical body, by noticing the place of our feet, and becoming aware of the sensations present in your feet. Becoming aware of the place of your hands, where your hands are located, and the sensations present on your hands. By just listening, attending, noticing different parts of the physical body without trying to change anything. Noticing the ankles and the legs. Noticing the arms. Noticing the hips and the base of the spine. And giving thanks to the cushion or to the chair for giving you all the support that you need in this moment to be fully present in your own presence. Noticing the torso, the front and the back of the torso, and all the internal organs. Becoming aware of their presence without needing to change anything, just admiring the work that are doing and they have been doing for so long. Noticing the shoulders and the neck. Noticing the brain and the nervous system. Noticing the whole body as a unit that is home to your own consciousness. The body loves to be visited, loves to be noticed, loves to be attended. And by doing this practice, we are doing that, but also we are helping the busy mind to be attentive, to notice. And this is what it has been called in modern times, mind-body medicine. Mind-body medicine. And the first step is just to help that dispersed mind to regain a sense of direction, of aspiration. And the other tool that we have with this is the breath. Because the breath has been with us from the first day and will be with us until the last day, and is always in the present moment. Is the anchor to the present moment to help the mind, when the mind gets distracted, to bring our attention back to this in-breath and to this out-breath. Developing that energy called as tapas. Simplicity, austerity, energy well directed, one-pointed awareness. And the busy mind will try to go immediately in 1,000 directions. But in the moment we notice that that has happened, we invite the mind to come back to this in-breath or to this out-breath. The next step is to move within ourselves, to know thyself. In a way that when we have the in-breath, we allowed the prana, the vitality, to bathe the whole body, reach every single corner of the body, bringing freshness, spaciousness, and in the out breath, inviting that energy to take away everything that doesn't need to be there. Fear, lack of self-esteem, nervousness, anxiety, doubt, breathing in freshness, breathing out tensions, and start to know in this particular way ourselves, helping whatever is in the subconscious to come to the surface, to get into the light, and to disperse. There is what is called swadhyaya, to know yourself, to know what means to be human, to know what means to be alive, and the responsibility that this implies. And every day is tremendously important to take a time to stop, breathe, and relax, to visit the body, to notice the breath, to help the dispersed mind to surrender to the present moment. And allow the clear mind the mind of creativity, the mind of intelligence, the mind of deep intuition, the transcendent mind, to little by little manifest. We will be moving from duality to non-duality. We will be moving from the periphery to our own center. And to perceive life from there. Just noticing, feeling one with everybody and with everything. And joining that jewel that is within us. And as we practice what we came to do, our own Dharma, we will be getting closer and closer to that inner flame that gives light. Until we surrender completely. In deep understanding of Isvara, Pranidhana, or surrender to the highest. Surrender to God within yourself, surrender to the flame. And when we are able to reach that point, we will not be able to touch the flame. But we will become the flame. Making it possible to give the good, the useful, and the authentic that we have to offer to alleviate the suffering of humanity. Living the life of wisdom and compassion from our own center. Moment by moment, breath by breath, by breath. Remembering that there is only one moment to be alive. And that is the present moment. The clear mind can never get offended, injured, betray. Is free of all those things. Is always clear. And that beauty is present in every human being. When I breathe in, I know I am breathing in. When I breathe out, I know I am breathing out. Okay. And today is our last meditation, and it's the last gathering of the month, and we can have a conversation. Comments, questions?
Fernando, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Mindful meditation has to be seen as a therapy, or has it to be seen as a way of life?
It's a way of life. It's a human ability that we have, like a discernment. Both go together from the beginning of the path until the end of the path. The thing is need to be cultivated. From centuries has been kept in religious communities, in the sanghas, in those particular groups. Tsongkhapa, emphasis was on samatha, concentration to start, and vipassana, open perception next. But mindfulness follow that particular way, but it's something that as we cultivate becomes part of our life. We start to perceive from the center. And we are moving from thinking, keeping only the thinking for the daily routines that we need to do in our daily life, chronological time, but moving, is being in the center, the psychological stuff start to be cleaned out and stop at the door, doesn't go in. That is the role of mindfulness, means 24 hours a day. Has been called life jacket of emotional intelligence. The life jacket of emotional intelligence, mindfulness. Okay?
Gracias.
De nada.
Brother, can you suggest?
Fernando.
I'm Krishnamurthy, speaking to you from Tamil Nadu, Madurai, India.
Okay.
Can you recommend some books for mindfulness meditation?
Yeah, well, the best book on relation to the program for stress management that has been developed in hospitals and a lot of research has been done about, of John Kabat-Zinn, who is the founder and was my boss for many years, is the title is Full Catastrophe Living.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, it's Marja can do it. Full Catastrophe Living.
Oh, thank you.
And the practical one for daily life from the same author is wherever you go, there you are. Wherever you go, there you are. That is the title of the second book.
Thank you very much.
Sundaram Raman from Sundaram Raman. Mindful meditation, is it self-attentive? Mindful meditation is being self-attentive.
No,
because meditation, you normally focus your mind on some object, some fixed object. But in mindful meditation, you say that one has to be more self-attentive.
No, the mindfulness meditation that has 4 different approaches in the tradition, Buddhist tradition. The access to the center, to your own center of peace, center of full perception, through the physical, through the emotional, through the mental, or through the transcendental, through the open universe. Normally in these programs, you practice this particular cultivation of mindfulness through those 4 different ways, because each individual is different and each individual at the end will reach that center from one or the other. But this to move from duality to non-duality, from me and you to one, the whole thing. And that is what we do in our classes. It's like you perceive everything like one, and from there you have a different perception of everything. You know, that is the idea. But you start, of course, the first to benefit is yourself, because you are able to help your busy mind to get little by little quiet and move inside. But when you see, and you have been seeing the whole suffering, then you make the compromise or of bodhicitta. Since there is a lot of suffering out there, I want to do something to be able to be useful. And then wisdom and compassion start to awake within yourself, and you start to manifest it out. But in daily life, nothing special. Each person from their own place, from whatever place you are in life, from there, that happens. And it's beautiful. In my classes, I had half in the hospital, people with illiterate, didn't know how to read or write. But when we reach the class number 4, class number 5, you see how a shining in their eyes come up, and it's because they have moved from thinking to understanding. And when you understand, thought is not needed anymore.
Thank you.
Mhm. Anything else? And today I taught the tapas swadhyaya isvara pranidhana from the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. Then I relate very much to at the feet of the master. The first one, from the unreal, lead me to the real. The second one, from darkness, lead me to light. And the third one, from death, lead me to immortality, relating to those three stages. And I think that is what happened. In the first stage of tapas, we are helping the dispersed mind to come to the here and now and get a sense of direction with the help of the body and the breath. Then, after that, the second stage, swadhyaya, is move within yourself and learn what to read in the book of what means to be human. But you cannot learn about humanity outside yourself. You need to learn within yourself. In that book, then we all carry it inside. That is the second stage. And then the third one is you find the flame within, you find the jewel within, and you surrender to that. And then you allow that beauty that is within you and is able to light the lights of others to be present in your life. And everybody has that capacity and that total surrender to the beauty that we are carrying within. But we need to help the busy mind to get quiet, to stop interfering, to stop being the boss. It's very useful. We need it, but it's not the boss. We need to be guided by the clear mind. Need to be guided by the clear mind. Anything else? I have learned so much in all these weeks that you cannot imagine, you know, and then also teaching in Spanish, because I have been reading all this stuff for years, but until you don't move from just talking about it or thinking about it to really understand it. And in the moment you understand it, you don't need to talk about it anymore. Because it becomes part of you. That first tapas is the waving of the Dharmakaya body. The second one is the waving of the Sambhogakaya body. And the third one is the Nirmanakaya body. And we are little by little forming those light vehicles in ourselves without noticing, and every single human being has that capacity. We don't need to wait for 20 incarnations. We can do it in this one. We can do it. We cannot just, well, maybe in another time, in another life. No, that is laziness. And we need to have enthusiasm. We need to have enthusiasm. And like Mary Oliver, the famous poet from the United States that won the Pulitzer Prize in one of her poems, The Journey, the first two lines, finally one day you know what you have to do and begin. Finally, one day you knew what you have to do and begin. No matter if you are 50 years old, 80 years old, 20 years old, finally one day, aha, that is for where I came to this planet and to this life. And then with enthusiasm, move into it. That is bodhicitta. That is the commitment to do what is for you to do. And that will not distract you. The surgeon that loves to do surgery is fully present there. Is fully present there. And the violinist that loves to play the violin is fully present there. It's not distraction. The busy mind doesn't interfere. What is your passion? And through that, we can help others by following your bliss. Follow your bliss. Anyway, I'm giving like a lecture. And that was not my intention, but
Hey, Fernando.
yes.
What you just said about you following your passion, and so can we look at our own passion as the direction that we should go? Like that's sort of like, you know, a sign, or you know, it's because I that's where I sort of you know, there's some things that I'm passionate about, but I don't. Then I question myself. Is this what I should be doing?
Well, the best way to know it is to try. Just try and see. The thing is, when I got passionate about something, and I says, suddenly I says, oh, I love to do that. And I says, I want to do that. And suddenly I start to have all kind of obstacles. Why? Because I was not ready. But I start to receive things that are getting me ready for that. In this case, what is the biggest virtue in that process? Patience. Patience and acceptance. And you have your goal. You have your own idea where you want to go. But then you start to walk in that direction. And sometimes you think, but why this is stopping me? 2 or 3 years later, you will see why. You will notice that was a necessary thing to be able to arrive to the other thing. Okay? In this case, continue there, continue working, and sometimes you are doing things that you don't like temporarily. But that's it. We need to eat. We need to have a roof. We need responsibilities. We do that. But the goal is always there. And don't worry. There is so much need to be useful to the outside that when you offer yourself from your heart, you will be taken. And says, life will give you the opportunities to do those things. But not the ego. The ego, that one is the busy mind is the one who, the me, I, that is the biggest obstacle, you know? Any other thing? If not, has been.
If not, then I think we all, there has been, in the chat, there has been many great gratitudes, greetings to you. I mean, not greetings, but being grateful for these sessions. So on behalf of the School of the Wisdom, I want to thank also Fernando leading every week this for 3 months. And that is very valuable for anyone who is going to sincerely go into meditation, mindfulness meditation, not only understanding it, but living it, kind of getting the touch from within. So it's of course developing in everyone. I think it's not just like that, oh, now I know what is mindfulness. It's a really big process, I think, long process perhaps. So very much thank you, Fernando, and I'm sure everyone can thank.
Thank you, Marja, for being there every single week. And, you know, it's like angel, you know, it has been great to have that. And to everybody that has been attending and that, because and that gives me support. I am always scared when I take this kind of responsibilities, but it's the way to learn. It's the way to learn. And you see, okay.
Yeah, and I think you all receive the e-news. And if we ever in future start again, then, well, you will hear through, I mean, you will get to know that through e-news.
Okay.
Thank you, Maria, for
Thank
your
you.
wonderful initiative. And thanks, Fernando. Muchas gracias. And adios, amigos. We meet again.
Gracias. Adiós. And me.
The initiator was actually Fernando.
I know.
But anyway, yes, thank you.
I hope he comes back again.
Yeah, I hope so too.
We'll take a break and rest a little, and we will see. Life will tell us what to do next.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Fernando.
everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
See you
Thank you
tomorrow.
very much.
So much.